بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So next thing, we'll try to see the configurations. What are the configurations you need to do on the router? So if you try to check my topology here, so in my packet tracer I already connected 4 computers for verification, and if I go and verify the configurations on the switch, if I say show VLAN brief, you should see port number 1 and 2 is in the VLAN 10, any VLAN it can be, and port number 3 and 4 is in the VLAN 20. So which means logically I'm separating these 2 ports in the VLAN 10 and these 2 ports in the VLAN 20. And of course on the PC side I do have these pre-configurations, so I've already assigned the ports. So in terms of configurations, the first thing we need to make sure that the port number 1 and 2 is in the VLAN 10 and port number 3 and 4 is in the VLAN 20. That's the first step. And of course also as a part of the initial configurations, I have configured with the PCs with an IP subnet mask as well as the default gateway options. So if you try to verify those options here, if I go to my PC settings, and here you can see I have configured the IP address and the subnet mask and also the default gateway. Even though I didn't connect any router here, but I'll be connecting a router with 2 interfaces, and one interface address is going to be 192.168.1.100, and that is something I'll be using for my VLAN users. And likewise for this PC, if I go to the next PC, let's go to this PC and check the IP configuration. So these devices are again pre-configured with an IP address of 192.168.2.100 as my gateway. So this is a gateway for these users and this is a gateway for these users. So PC side is already pre-configured, you know how to do that. So that's the reason I didn't show these configuration options. So we need a router now, right? So we need a router, so which means I'm going to take any one of the router, let's say this router, and I'm connecting on specific ports. So I'll try to go as per my topology. So if I check the default topology what I'm using, so in my topology I'm using port number 10 and 11 connecting to F0 by 0 to F0 by 1. So probably in your lab this can change to G0 by 0, G0 by 1 also, and this can change to 2021, it depends. So I'll try to go exactly the same as my lab topology, but in the production scenarios or when you're doing the labs, these things can change. So if you're doing labs for the first time, I recommend to follow the same ports so that you can understand the concepts better. And once you are done with the initial steps, the advanced labs you can try different ports. So port number F0 by 0 connecting to 10, and then I'm connecting F0 by 1 to port number 11, let's say. So this is my physical connectivity. Now the next thing is we need to assign the IP addresses. So let's try to assign the IP on the routers. So F0 by 0 and F0 by 1. So IP address assignment is simple, same as what we did earlier. We need to go to interface F0 by 0, fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and then assign the IP. And one more thing we need to do is we need to say no shutdown command. So no shutdown command is compulsory on the router interfaces, because by default the ports of the router will be in shutdown state by default, which means they are like closed. You need to make sure that you use those ports to forward the traffic, because by default they are shut down and they don't forward the traffic. They will be down by default, administratively down we call it as. So it's a mandatory command you have to give. And likewise on the F0 by 1 interface, I'm assigning the IP of 192.168.2.100. So you can assign any IP as per your design. So let's go to router and get into the command line of the router. So basically we'll go to router mode. So in the router mode we'll be saying, let's say hostname R1, and then interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. You can use tab buttons to autocomplete, and then IP address is going to be 192.168.1.100. If you see my topology, 1.100 and 2.100. So you can see this topology here, 192.168.1.100 with the default subnet mask. No shutdown command to make the interface up, and interface F0 by 1 So the IP address is going to be 192.168.2.100, the default subnet mask I'm using. So no shutdown command to make the interface up. And if you want to verify, we can use a command called show IP interface brief. Now I should see F0 by 0 interface is assigned with an IP, and the status should be up and up. And F0 by 1, the status should be up and up. So mostly this troubleshooting, the connectivity is troubleshooting. Router side will be doing in the routing concept. So I'm not getting into this status right now. But you should see up and up. That is like the interfaces are up. When you see administrative down, which means the ports will be in shutdown state. So you have to say no shutdown. So now the interfaces are up. The next step is we need to make sure that the ports 1, 2, and 10 should be in the same VLAN, and 3, 4, 11 should be in the same VLAN. So if you verify the configurations on the switch side, if I go to my switch, if I say show VLAN brief, now here you can see port number 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are connecting to computers, and port number 10 is connecting to VLAN 1. So this is in the VLAN 1 and this is in the VLAN 10. So if they are in different VLANs, basically the communication will not happen. So if you want to check, you can go to one of the computer and you can simply go and say verify one of the computer. So I'm IP config. So I'm on 192.168.1.1 and I'm trying to ping to 192.168.1.2. So I can ping to 1.2 because it is in the same VLAN as well as in the same subnet. But if I try to ping to my gateway, the reply is not coming. And the reason is your gateway is which is connecting on port number 10 is in the VLAN 1 and this is in the VLAN 10, right? So that's not going to work. So at the time of troubleshooting, basically this is the first step we'll do. Let's say if you are trying to communicate with a different VLAN or different network and you are not able to communicate, then the first thing you will see whether your gateway is able to reach or not. So that actually confirms that there might be some problem in the LAN. So in my case, the problem was port number 10 was not in the VLAN 10. So we need to make sure that port number 1, what are things we need to check? We need to make sure that the port number 1, 2 and 10, these 3 ports should be in the VLAN 10 and these 3 ports should be in the VLAN 20. So as a part of my initial configurations, already port number 1 and 2 are in the VLAN 10. So I need to go and shift port number 10. Switch port mode access, how to do that? Switch port access VLAN 10. Same way, port number 11. So switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. So in the future, if you want to shift any other additional ports, you can do the same way as we did in our basic VLAN labs. So once I do this, let's go and verify the reachability from my PC. So I'll go to my PC here. From the PC, we'll try to communicate with one of my gateway. So I'll click on this. Now this time I'm going to reach my gateway. You can see the reply is coming, which confirms that we do have reachability. So if I try to ping to my different network, so from 1.1 PC, so 192.168.1.1, I'm trying to send a packet to 192.168.2.1. So you can see the reply is coming. So which confirms that we do have reachability from 1.1 to 2.1. And if you try to trace, tracer is a command to, it's a command or utility to, which will show you the path, how the packet actually travels. So basically tracer is going to show you that the packet first goes to this 1.100. This is actually hop. It shows you the hops, the transit devices, transit routers, basically. And then from there it goes to the 2.1. So you can see it's not going directly, because now what happens here is whenever you are trying to reach the ports, like let's say whenever I'm sending a packet in this scenario, when I'm sending a packet from source address 192.168.1.1 and the destination address is 192.168.2.1. So when the PC realizes that these two are on a different subnet, different network, right? So immediately the PC says different network means you go to the router or the gateway. So which means now your packet will reach the gateway if you configure the gateway. And you remember on the PCs we have already mentioned the gateway address. So who is the default gateway? The gateway address is 192.168.1.100. So if you don't define this gateway option, so basically the packet will never reach the router, and if it never reaches the router, then obviously it will never go to the other LAN. So the packet reaches the router from here based on this. Now once it reaches the router, now the router, what it is going to do is it is going to check the routing table. Now this router is going to check generate routing table. We'll talk more about routing tables, routing process, basically in the routing concepts. So here I'm going to show you the routing table. If I go to the router command line, so this is my router command line, and in this router command line, if I say show IP route, we can verify that by using show IP route. So you can see here when the packet reaches the router, now in the routing table it says what is the destination address. So destination source address is 1.1, destination address is 2.1, right? So based on this source and destination, this belongs to 2.subnet. So where is 2.subnet? 2.subnet is on which interface? F0/1. So now the router says, okay, you want to go to 2.subnet, so go out of F0/1 interface. So the packet will again reach from the router, it goes back to the switch again, to whichever the switch it connects, and received on the port number 11. And once it received on the port number 11, now again based on the ARP, it will resolve the MAC addresses of the destination MAC, what is the MAC of 2.1, and again from there the normal switching process happens. So basically this is the process what happens in general when the packet is routed. Whatever the method you use, basically the other methods what we are going to cover later on, we'll use the same method, but you know the interfaces, the configurations may vary in general.